our FM 102.1 in some parts of Biafra land. And other places are coming up. Therefore, we are also on satellite, free-to-air satellite. We are in our homepage, ipob.org. ipob.org. You can enter the website and click on Radio Biafra London live broadcast. Moreover, you can donate through our PayPal. The section of PayPal is there. You can donate. Because what we are doing, it involves money. So, it is our collective stake. I've been saying this. This revolution, because the restoration of Biafra is a revolution. It's not ordinary independence or flag independence. No. This is a revolution. Because we want to take back what belongs to us. We are in Nigeria, in a place that has killed us, that has subdued us. Britain tricked us into being inside a country. They formed a country through backyard and tricked us into what is killing us today. Are you hearing me? They tricked us into, relinquishing ourselves, relinquishing our natural selves to their artificial creation. That is it. Therefore, this time around, it is enough is enough. Enough is enough. We must take back what belongs to us. We must make sure that the road being gone or the road being passed through by others, even including America, that we must pass through it. And what is that road? The awakening. That is it. We are sick and tired of running, trying to jackpot, running to places where jobs, factories, jobs are created, and we are contented with that we are working in other countries that have factories. And what made them create all those factories? What facilitates them? The things, the natural resources, the money being looted from our country. Is it not the wisest thing to do, instead of being lured to go and work outside? We create all those jobs in our land. And how can we do it? In Nigeria, it is impossible. Because we have no same value system. We have no common value system. That is what people do not understand. You see people always blaming, it's the leaders. It's the leaders, the Nigerian leaders. If they do this, if they can get a lead, it's impossible. In a place where you have people with no common value system, organization is impossible. It's impossible. There must be problems. Britain, they created Nigeria on a tripod, which is abnormal. A country should never be created on a tripod. You ask Britain, those that are telling you, you ask them, what is Britain, on how many stands is Britain created? Is it not a reasonable question to fire back to them? Why do you have to create Nigeria on a tripod? Whereas in your own country, your country is created naturally on its natural stand. on its natural stand. And natural stand does not have tripod. Instead, they have 360 degrees wall, no leakage. If there is any pothole, it could be managed and fixed without shaking the whole structure. But in the case of Nigeria, they created it on a tripod so that once they break one leg, one of the tripods, everything will collapse. That is not a country, it's a business center. I was just playing the clip for you to understand what we are in. We are in a serious fight, very tedious fight. Like the young man in Burkina Faso. You heard what he's going through. Every few days you have a military coup against him. People that wants to assassinate him. It is not, these are people that are acting, many of them by ignorance, others by greed, or hired by foreign agents, foreigners, France and the West. Because our misery, the misery of Africans is what makes America, the West, very rich. Are you hearing me? They load us, they load Africans with debts. Don't you hear the last time Tinubu made statement? He made a presidential speech. He said that he met upon entering into power. Nigeria, the past regime was using 97% of their total national revenue to service debt. Where do you see this kind of thing? Servicing of debt takes 97% of the total Nigerian revenue per year, every year. They are servicing debt. And he boasted that he has reduced it to, I think, 68%. How can a country using 68% of their total revenue servicing debts succeed as a country? You know, Nigerians are highly ignorant, sentimental Igbo haters. That is why they don't pay attention to anything governance. Because they are sentimental against Igbos. So anything, even if they are being slaughtered, even if anything can go, no problem. As long as they continue with the status quo being left to them by Britain, because Britain is #1 hater of Igbos. For your information, they use the Igbos in order to amalgamate Nigeria. That is historical. It's a historical fact. You cannot deny it. They saw the Igbos as very smart, but their smartness goes without wisdom. I am telling you. Now Britain started using them. Why don't you ask yourself, why was many of our past prominent Igbo politicians born in the north? Have you asked yourself all those questions? Azikiwe was born in 1906 in Zungeru. Even our Eternal General, Ojukwu, was born in the north. Kaduna Zogo, when he was Kaduna, he said he is only Igbo by name. He's born in the north. Many of them are born in the north. Don't you ask yourself why? Because Britain took their parents at the early time, the early 19th century. When Frederick Lugard came into there, now he started scavenging. He saw a very smart race in Igbo people. They know it even right from transatlantic slavery. So they started, and these are our people, Igbos. We are people that can learn fast. Our people, ask all the people. They will tell you. Our grandfathers, they'll tell you. Our people can learn very, very fast. So Britain know that. They remarked us. Something that Onyofe man can learn in 2 years, Igbo man can learn it under 1 month. He mastered it, even know it more than even the teacher. So they remarked this. They now saw partners which they can use in order to create a business entity called Nigeria. That's why they chose Azikiwe's father, Nnamdi Azikiwe Obededon. And they Christianized him. They baptized him, gave him a name Obededon, the servant of Edom. Do you see? They started, pushing them, carrying them along as on what they see, district commissioners, translators, teachers, to the north. To the north. To the northern places to help, because they saw them as people there will be seeing them as fellow black people. Now they used us in order to capture the mindset of others. That's why you see many of our people were born there in the north. Many of the old Igbo elites, their parents migrated to the north, courtesy of Britain. But Britain remarked that, look, if we form a country and left it in the hands of these people, the Igbos, that Britain will have no gain, no benefit. They will not allow for exploitation. They will develop the country. So Britain purposely used the Igbos, form a country, even negotiate, make way for negotiation so that there will be an authorization agenda. So that, everybody will come on board. When the motion for independence was first raised by Akintola in 1957, Ahmad Bello said the North is not ready. That if they want, they can have independence. That the North will be we still be with Britain. And Nnamdi Azikiwe continue waiting. Say, no, let's wait for them. What does it tell you? People without correct political sound judgment, according to how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu call it, sound judgment. People that cannot make sound judgment, future sound judgment. People that cannot look, that cannot do something based on futuristic, based on the future advantage to their people. No, they don't know that. They are blinded. We are a people blinded by what we can gain now. It didn't start today. What Azikiwe wanted a big Nigeria where he will be in control. But since the clip I was playing, the whole big Pan-Africanist people, the past presidents, the independent fighters, do you hear all those people mention Azikiwe? It's not common. Once you mention people that fought for real Africa, that want Africa to progress, you see Kwame Nkrumah, you see Lumumba, you see others, Amilcar Cabral, all of them. No mention of Nnamdi Azikiwe because of the fundamentally flawed politics he has. His greed for power, for that big thing, made him overlook his own people. And that is what we are suffering today. Some people, it might not be palatable when some people are listening to this, but that is the reality. Otherwise, with the type of people we are, right from beginning, everything was in our hands, in the hands of the Igbos, and today things turned upside down. How do we get here? Do you want us not to talk about it? We gotta move on. No. We cannot move on until we understand the mistakes of the past. That is why I continue saying, do you see this struggle led by IPOB? It should never be a family business. I continue maintaining it. It should never be regarded as a family business. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. We must get this struggle with every alacrity, because we are not doing it to get money. We are not doing it to get fame. No, we are not doing it to get fame. We are not doing it to get money. We are not doing it to get anything extra. The only recompense is for us to be genuinely liberated. Because the way we are going, the way we are, it is not good for us. We don't like it. That is why it is time for us, in order to put in everything we have, all our energies, in order to make sure that we do not fail. When you look at what happened to us, the tragedy, the hate of the British against us, they didn't hide it. Even normally, apart from even IPOB, normally, Igbos should be every day protesting in the streets of London. If we are a people that has political knowledge, but lo and behold, we are greedy set of people, individualistic. That is why IPOB have come to gather us as one family, so that we flow towards one direction. That is it. Because what Britain did to us is horrible. Let me play this clip before I continue. Let me play it.
It's not the duty of people who are not involved to deny the pain of people who are involved. In Nigeria, there's this big embargo about Biafra. You must never talk about Biafra. We have to move on. You have to forget. You have to just move on. Forget about it. But it's not the duty of people who are not there to forget. If the people who suffered want to forgive and forget, it's their prerogative, and they can do that at their will. Well, Steve Jobs, has anybody read his autobiography? Yeah, he stopped going to church because he read about the Biafra war. He said,
Steve Jobs, you are using Apple software, Apple telephone, Apple laptop, Apple everything, Apple. The founder, Steve Jobs. You know what happened? You have had this history, maybe. You have had it several times. But we continue narrating it. Steve Jobs, the billionaire, he stopped going to church during his when he was little, because of news about Biafra. He saw on the page of a newspaper in the 60s during the war. He saw on the page of newspaper Biafran Kwashiorkor children. And he carried the paper, he went to Sunday school. He asked his teacher, he said, these children, are they guilty of anything? The Sunday school man said, why are you asking? He said, no, answer me. He said, no, they are not guilty. He said, why do we say we are worshiping God and God cannot save this type of children? And we are Christians. And he asked them, these people, Biafrans, are they Christians? He said yes. He said, why then are we not supporting them? Why do I have to go to church every time we are shouting God to say Jesus, and these people are the same, worshiping the same like us, but we don't support, we allow them to go through this hardship. Say, no, I cannot worship this type of God, the heartless God with the heartless people. He stopped going to church. He stopped Christianity. The Christianity you are defending. A slave, slaves, they defend their masters too much. But people that sabi, people way sabi, they ask hard questions. They think deep. And they say, no. This is we are just playing hypocrisy. If we cannot with our power, we say we are Christians, and our Christian brothers with innocent children like this that are Christians are suffering like this, and we are not helping them. We don't want no. Say we cannot. Instead you are supporting people of other religions to kill them. Say no, I stopped going to church. It's just we are not practicing anything that we are preaching. There is no need of worshiping that God. I'm not among. And he withdrew from church. to the agasment, the amazement of his Sunday school teacher. That is Steve Jobs, the story of Steve Jobs. Continue listening.
If Christians can do that to people, why should I worship that God? I don't agree with him, but that's his view. He felt so bad about the war. Bernard Kouchner, former French foreign minister, remember him in Kosovo, digging every last bone to understand what happened in Kosovo. But where did he start? He started in Biafra. He was there as a Red Cross volunteer. He resigned from the Red Cross. He said, we can't be impartial in such a situation. He founded Médecins Sans Frontières, MSF, because of the Biafra situation. And
the French Kouchner, the former foreign minister of France, some time ago, he resigned and formed what you call Médecins Sans Frontières, medicine without doctors without border. It started in Biafra. He resigned from Red Cross. You know why? He saw the Red Cross. Oh, we are just helping, and you can do something. You can do something other than just giving normal help. Bring Gary Gabon. He said, no, we have to tell the world what is happening. That atrocities are committed here and you are not doing it. And you are telling me that you are good. Okay, let us stick. It's our protocol. Protocol is just let us give one person Gary Gabon. Let us administer medicine. He said this is rubbish. He resigned from Red Cross. He said this is hypocrisy. This is what people saw in our land in Biafra during 1968 to 67 to 1970. It changed their life forever. But do you know what? The people that suffered this, they are even hailing one, the religion they use in killing us, the religion that refused to accept us as our brothers. The funniest part of it is that our people are still sending money to that religion, to Europe, to Anglican, to England, through religion. Happy slaves. Simply happy slaves. Whereas people saw the atrocities and resigned and it changed their lives. Our people that suffered the thing, they don't even understand. They continue singing praises of the God of Britain. They continue going, look at the recruitment of British Army. You see people that are promoting it. Let us Jackpa. You go to the Britain. You happy slaves you are. If what we say here is you don't like it, you switch off your listening device, please. You don't need to go to mass to do that. You just switch it off and continue dangling in utter stupidity and gullibility. Because how can we pity ourselves when we see the suffering we are going through? How do you want us to pity ourselves? Why can't we? It's better we administer the bitter pill so that we rise up, so that we have righteous indignation in order to challenge the difficulties ahead. We didn't enter into this struggle because it is easy. No. It is a do or die affair. It is life and death issue. Because for you to challenge the status quo, for us to try to deliver ourselves from the misery which Britain put us into, blood must flow, and it's flowing. Example is, look at the Burkina Faso president, the young man. You see, no month or 2 months does not pass by without his life being threatened. No, because he's fighting monsters. That is the same way we are. Are you hearing me? They have come through different ways, thinking that when they rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that IPOB will collapse. It didn't happen. And Nigeria is still continuing. They are not folding their hands. They are using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings in order to do their dirty job now. That is why I am saying it here on Radio Biafra, being established by our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out tomorrow and become a constituted, a blockade to destroy IPOB, we will resist it with everything, every alacrity we have. We will resist it. Are you hearing me? That is what we must make sure that we succeed. I say we must make sure that we succeed. That is why I say remove sentiment. Remove sentiment. Look at Kanu. He went to Switzerland. He went to take a photo in a United Nations office. Just the gate, United Nations, Nation Units, to deceive the gullible. That is, many things will be thrown at us. The gullibles will fall off. Oh yes, do you see? Anybody can go to that place and take photo. Why should you be deceived, all ye people? It is time for us to have a retrospect. It is high time that we take the bull by the horn. Continue listening, because something terrible happened to us. Even Britain is still amazed that even we are quiet. Let me tell you, British intelligence service, British government is still really amazed, still surprised that we are behaving the way we are behaving, quietly, without nothing. Embracing them. Many of our people are embracing them. And the government, you are jacked to London. Oh, you want to walk. They take us as idiots because things happen to us. Let me continue.
That's what Biafra did to him. John Lennon returned his MBE to the Queen because of the Biafra War.
As a protest against violence, war, especially Britain's involvement in Biafra, which most of the British public aren't aware of, because all the press, TV and radios slant all the news from Biafra. All the stuff I learned on Biafra from journalists, off-the-cuff folks, is a different story, and I began to be ashamed of being British. And I'm a patriotic nationalist, if the truth will out, and Yoko can vouch for that. I'm always fighting about what Britain invented, radar, and what all the different things we've done. But every day I just began to worry a bit more about it, and I was going to send the MBE back anyway. I could have done it privately, so the press would have found out anyway. He would have been here a week later instead, less impact.
Jimi Hendrix was playing concert.
Somebody like John Lennon, the famous British musician, he returned the whole medals given to him by the Queen, by the British government. In the open press, that is what I play, that is what we had in his voice, because of the atrocities committed against the Biafrans. But those that suffered it, they don't understand this. They're moving sheepishly. They are moving. What are you talking about? They took us as idiots. I'm telling you. They took us as idiots. A whole John Lennon. He returned the medals given to him by the British. He said, if we can do this to people, human beings, without remorse, no, I can. He said, I have been a British nationalist, patriotic citizen of Britain, highly nationalist, but I cannot understand. I disagree. I will not be among those counted to be doing this because I'm a Briton. So I returned the home medals that I earned. He returned it. One time I said, if our people are knowledgeable, after the war, what would have happened? We would have done massive renunciation of Christianity in protest. If I say it now, people say, you believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. Sometimes, I'm like ourselves. Or them can say, nah, I military in my. I am telling you. Had it been we are a people with at least political brain, we can get and say, no, let us take a stock. We are Christians, okay? Britain is a Christian country that even brought they brought the Bible to us, yes. America, the same thing. But these people now, we trusted them through the religion. Now they armed other people, other religion. They armed the Muslims to slaughter us, and they are happy. openly. So it's a very big reason for us to even massively renounce Christianity. But you will see one now here that come and say, no, I believe. Yeah, I believe. No, they don't understand that. Look, you must be alive to believe. We act politically, but no. Who are you going to call? Who? If we have done that, it will send a message to the world. But I'm even going far. I'm talking of people that even after 1970, they went back to the north, to west, that slaughtered them without reserve. Is it the people that will do this type of thing? People that went back, not that they went back with brain, no. They went back and started, hey, embrace one Nigeria. They started building more things that hook every one of us now, hook them and all of us. They built properties that is now used to hold everybody hostage. Because anything you talk, they will tell you, you see, if you venture this Biafra, the whole Igbos in the north, none of them will go out alive. We destroy everything. You see, our people will come say, wow. You see, 60% of properties in Abuja alone is owned by Igbos. 75% of properties in Kanu is Igbos. You know, I don't know whether we are idiots naturally or is it artificial. I cannot understand. How can people suffer this? 1966, 4 years, how far? No, less than 4 years after suffering these immense atrocities, they still ran back and entered into the same hole. How do you think that we are redeemable? Please, when the lines open, please, you let me know, because the lines will open for just few calls. You let me know. How does people that acted in this way, how do you think that we merit even pity? Sometimes just or ban. Otherwise, let me say, that is because I the foolish. We are completely foolish. We went back. People saw what happened. We used to remember Bruce Merrock. Very easy. I want the easy go. 30th May, we remember Bruce Merrock. He burned himself. Do you know what burning somebody, burning himself? Do you know what it means? Burning oneself. Do you know what it means? Because of other lives, because of Biafrans. Do you know what it means? But the people that he did that for, do they recognize? If we recognize, we wouldn't have even have properties in Lagos as we have today. We went back to one Nigeria, which means even Bruce Merrock, we call him Mumu, say, why you burn yourself? You don't die for nothing now. Because our people didn't show. Not most of our people, not all. Because there are some knowledgeable people that, they learned lesson. Yes, I'm saying that. They learned lesson naturally. They said, this thing that happened, I can never go again to north, to southwest, in order to invest heavily. No, I will use my brain. Our people didn't do that. We continue pursuing ozu. I mean, iji na ada na ihe. Ọ na-eso ozu ala n'iyi. That is the thing. We continue. Once we perceive the order of money, hey, now money there here, I beg you, cop him now on a main Lego, na batawa. And with an azala, pata, everywhere. Oh, sabon nyegala. You tell these people are good, though. You don't know that they are building foundations of holding you hostages. That is what they are doing. It would be better, instead of investing massively in northern Nigeria or outside Biafra land. Even you go to Cameroon and invest. Go to every other neighboring African country. It's better for you. You are more safer. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? Look at people, John Lennon. Many of them internationally that time, because of what happened to us, the many Steve Jobs of Apple, he stopped going to church, he renounced Christianity. He said, if God that he is saying he's serving can do or allow this thing to be done to human beings, fellow human beings that are also Christians like him, say no. there is a lie somewhere. He stopped going. But the people that they are defending, the people that they are doing this thing for, they defend that ideology, that Christianity till death. Oh, Chineke. Sometimes it's there is the problem is in our head, and that is why we must cure it. With which mentality are you going to run Biafra? Is it the mentality of Kanu Takano? Where we go and pose now. Ask him what is your people, what are you working? What is your investment? Is IPOB now? And now my brother is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. So I merit going on Bentley in Germany. So oh here go from politicians. That is the way they put it, the way they took it. Do you think that this is the mentality we must use in order to get the country we are looking for? Is that what you are telling me? Is it the mentality of when money is being contributed by people to enter, maybe because you are the owner, the holder of the account, you can do it in America, you swallow the money? Is that the mentality? Is that the mentality of how we are going to run Biafra? Which means we want to run away from frying pan and jump into the fire. We will never allow it. That is why this awakening, this enlightenment is highly important. It's very important prior to physical restoration of Biafra, so that we change the way we reason. Let me continue playing this.
To raise money for the children in Biafra. I was raising money to feed people like me. I would have died if those flights hadn't come in. 3,170 flights in 3 years that came in with all the food we wanted, because there was no way to feed Biafra. And of course, part of the war strategy was to starve and kill everybody. Akanabiam, he had all the awards from.
Part of the war strategy by Britain is to starve and kill everybody by Britain. Have you ever had where this type of atrocity is being committed? Have you ever had it? That hunger, they blockaded everywhere, so that we Biafra land will be a mass grave for you. Stay and collapse. Everybody stay and collapse, so that they come and they see nobody. If they see you, if you are still breathing, they kill you. As Adekunle said, he will shoot everybody, anything that moves, and even if you are not moving, he will shoot you. That is the plan. That is the hatred of Britain. And that is why anywhere in the international community, United Nations, the question of Biafra is being raised about the genocide committed against us. They will suppress it. Britain will veto it. Don't talk about it. They will veto it. That hatred is what they transmitted to Nigerians. Are you hearing me? It started from Britain. They worked with the Azikiwe family, but with disdain. They hated us like that because they don't want smart people. They don't want people that can rise up to challenge them. They want to, as they are royal, they want to remain that royal to everybody. So that they don't want, if they manufacture car, you manufacture car to challenge them. They don't want it. That's why they organized the whole world against Biafra. Britain did it. Are you hearing me? Do you know what happened? Because that time was the peak of Cold War. The West fighting against communist Russia, Soviet Union. Not open war, but Cold War. Are you hearing me? But do you know one thing? Biafra made them, even Britain, not to be implicated. Now he went to their sworn enemy, Russia, and said, okay, you know what? I will do you a favor. Because Russia was not interested in anything Africa. They were not interested. Because they didn't have the colonial mentality of the West. That is a historical fact. They don't care about coming to Africa to steal, to colonize, to invade. No. What matters to them is their neighbors, the same people, so that they can be peaceful. That is what matters to them. What are they stealing? They have everything in Russia. Siberia have oil, have crude oil, quantity, gas everywhere. Is it rare earth, cobalt? They have all these things everywhere. Gold, they have them. So they don't need to go and steal. So what Britain did was to call them, say, okay, now we are enemies, but we can allow you sell your MiG fighters to Nigeria, no problem, and make some money. No, we are enemies, but we can be friends. Make some money. So sell your MiG fighters to Nigeria. Britain is doing all these things so that they will not be directly implicated. And Russia, when they are say direct business to do business, they say, okay, Nigeria, come and buy our MiGs. We heard that you are fighting war. I don't know, is it with who? With Biafra? They don't even understand. Go and buy. Nigeria brought money and buy huge sums of money. Britain also, as go between, they got their chunk of commission. Are you hearing me? They exploited Nigeria also and got their chunk of commission. And that is it. So they are making money everywhere. Gowon is a person who is he don't know nothing. Go on, they tell industrialization. You say, what is industrialization? You don't even know what is industrialization. So Britain is completely happy. So the hatred of Igbos you are seeing today, it was transmitted by Britain. After all, they started it in 1966. They called it, BBC called it Igbo coup. What Britain organized. They called it Igbo coup. In order to get the result of what you are seeing today, the hatred of Igbos. They now say, yes, they got it. Do you see? That is how bad it is. But the issue is this. You that suffered the thing, you that our fathers, our people suffered it, even people that suffered it are still alive. Do you even recognize it? Are you doing as somebody that, agbọchigba otele ya mụrụ akọ mana agbọchigbara otele ndị Igbo nweta akọ gbaa ofu mgba n'owe enwe onye mụrụ akọ atọ. Our people collectively ya mụrụ akọ never agbapụ ishikwa onye ọhụrụ na apọ na ikpochikwe na-aga na look at the Britain will come to our land and tell our people to come and go and register and fight for Britain. Ndị Igbo will promote it. Chai Chineke Eyatam Igunishi. Ndị Igbo that suffer this type of tremendous hatred. They learn about the Burma War, how Britain used Africans, mostly even in Igbo land, send them to fight the Burma War, Second World War, Vietnam War. They fought all this. They were slaughtered and massacred. And now they are coming back shamelessly. And our people you see content creators are announcing this in the name of NINM contact. Let us stop hating ourselves with these characters, please. Because this is self-hatred. I call it complete self-hatred. Let me finish playing this.
Yeah, CBE, MBE, everything, right up to the knighthood. They returned all of that to the Queen because of the war.
If you came away from some of the earlier tragedies of the Biafran War and some of the wars in Africa and the AIDS things I photographed, there wasn't enough darkness.
The next piece is also by Alex Baranovsky. It's called Biafra, and this was actually written for a documentary which just came out at the beginning of this year. The documentary is called McCullen, and it's about the very famous war photographer Don McCullen, who traveled around the world over the last 30, 40 years, taking the most extraordinary photographs, mostly of war-torn areas. And Biafra was a former province near to Nigeria, where they had a most horrendous civil war in the 1960s. And
the most horrendous civil war. Are you hearing it? In the 1960s, Don McCullen, a photographer, he went and saw what he went and saw what affected his life until he died. He saw children. He saw an open space that filled up with children. No person cares for them. Children, they dry with hunger. They will be dropping dead he's photographing. He was photographing. When they saw him as a white person, they thought that help has come. But nothing. He came with only his camera. Children abandoned in a big field. No person cares for them. They cry. This one fall down. This is what our bitter history. People don't understand this. This thing. That's why now Britain lies and there you people merit mass slaughter because you are idiots. I am telling you. Our people don't understand this. If we understood, we will fight. We will be making waves everywhere. Even in the streets of London, every day there will be protests. There will be every kind of thing. They will say, yes, these are the people you hated, you killed, you want. How do you think, this Britain wants every Biafran all to be killed, to be massacred. That's why they blockaded everywhere. Stop. Do you know? Have you gone hungry before for 1 day, 2 days? Have you gone hungry before, please? No food. No food. Children. Do you know what is children? Toddlers. Children, 2 years or 5 years, 6 years, being left alone in an open field, thousands of them. What you'll be hearing is mama, mama, papa, papa. Anyone that cry, no water, no food. 1 day, 2 days is if he fall dead, he die. Others rotten. What happened to us is ugly. I want you to understand that. So that in you want to register to be a Commonwealth, you are a complete idiotic slave that doesn't merit even pity. Are you hearing me? Normally, every Igbo man, supposedly every Igbo man, considering what happened to us, normal. Supposedly every Igbo man, not against ourselves, no, but against all these people, Britain, against Nigeria. And the only way you can manifest it is to support what we are doing. That is it. The only way you can is to support the effort. That is it. Instead of Igbos in the US spending 3-point-something billion to build church. You will take this one, you got hung the defend the I know not the same struggle. As a priority, our priority to build churches in our land. Get that we are missing it. And also now what is happening in our land? There are many things we are contributing because many of us are ignorant of what happened to us. Many are ignorant. Let me finish, please.
And there was a particular colony, a children's colony, which had been abandoned, and thousands of children were left there to die. And
do you know what is this man? What this man described as children's colony? You come in an open field, for example, in a place where you have only children that don't know how to help themselves, with nothing there. Thousands of children. Do you know what it means? what a gory sight. The only thing that can match the description is the Jewish Holocaust. That is the only thing. The Jewish Holocaust is second to, maybe you can equate it with the Jewish Holocaust of 1945. I mean, 39 to 45. Nothing more. You can not. How can children? A world that say they have conscience, a world that have institutions helping. America is there. I was there. All these people are there. They left. They know what was happening. They left the people, children. Thousands of children. That is in a colony. Just one village, one place. Everybody run away. They left the children to run. These are people that their parents abandoned. Some their parents have died. Some, So children, they gather children one place, and the people taking charge. Nothing again to do. Nothing to take charge with. They run away. They left the children. They are in a colony. Every day the children, we are dropping dead in their hundreds per day. And once they die, within one day, 24 hours, they start smelling flies everywhere, and the flies will be eating others alive, waiting for them to die, eating them alive. Flies. I want to stir up your righteous indignation. Go on a channel. You don't know what happened to us. You didn't know. Yeah, you are naive and ignorant. I say, had it been we are people with honor, immediately after the war, whether one Nigeria or no one Nigeria, we first of all do what? Igbos would have first of all removed themselves from Christianity. Say no, it's a sign of protest, because some people may call and say, no, Caritas help us. Caritas, or one person, one individual. No, what did the institution do? They have the opportunity, or they can influence their governments, but they didn't do it. Only one individual start doing. It's one individual will take flight, come, say, no, I don't understand what is happening. I want to help. I'm not talking of individual help. It should have been, they should have influenced, the church should have influenced their governments, campaigned heavily against what is happening, but they didn't do it. And today you are still paying your money in Anglican Church, the Church of England. Do you know the head of Church of England? The overall head is King Charles. Do you know that? The overall head of Church of England is King Charles. The arch enemy is him. Rome do the same thing. You are sending your money to Rome in the name of everything. They give you debt and give you religion. They give you debt, give you Bible, everything. Carry the waka they go. Carry the go. Happy slave, very happy slave.
Don McCullin arrived at this place in Biafra to find all these children there. And the children thought that he had come to save them. But the truth was he was there as a photographer. He'd come to take photos.
I'd walk into a school in Biafra and I would see 800 children dying. And as soon as they saw the white men coming, you could see they thought there was some hope at the end of the tunnel. And what did I bring them? I brought them 2 Nikon cameras around my neck. And I saw these children dropping down and dying in front of me. And we live in a world now where the media isn't that particularly interested in the real tragedy in our lives.
You feel that?
I'm convinced it is.
And it was something that he just never...
This was this photographer, Don McCullin. He was being interviewed by Christian Amanpo in CNN. The person that he said he came to this children colony in Biafra, where children were abandoned. He said they were dropping dead in their hundreds. Every hour, hundreds will drop dead. And he was photographing. Nothing he can do. He want to document everything. Thousands of Igbo children dying. Biafran children dying every minute. And I know, that's that, we are happy. Sometimes I'm like them say whether don't we merit what is happening to us? Don't we merit it? But for the sake of the awakened, let us continue preaching. That is it.
Really got over, never really recovered from.
He said the man never really recovered from that sight till he died. I don't know the date he died, but I watched it. I'm watching it in the video. An interview which the man himself granted to Christian Amanpo of CNN. The man, he died. They said the thing troubled him. That sight troubled him until he died. Imagine. But you, that your brothers suffer this, your father suffer this, you are busy doing one Nigeria. Nigeria, then now go Japan. I want to enter into British Army. You are not here.
And Alex wrote this particular piece based on that, and it's in the film, which is the most extraordinary documentary. I would urge any of you to go and see it. It's just out, and it has picked up 2 BAFTA nominations, in fact, just recently. So this is Biafra by Alex Baranowski.
This is the solemn music. One man wrote about the tragedy. I put it on my timeline, even it's on Mazi Chinasamoru's timeline too. You go there, you watch. Watch for yourself. What happened to us is our bitter history. And we will never stop talking about it. Because if we keep quiet, if we stop talking about it, we are the most foolish people on earth. I say, I didn't know why all these things, everybody, our fathers, our uncles, they fought like lions, but ended like a grasshopper. Do you know why I say that? They kept quiet. Everybody kept quiet. Nothing was happening on the ground, nothing. Everybody went to your tent, oh Israel. Everybody went and go and survive. Go and survive. Some Baiganeko, like Mazi, our indefatigable veteran, Mazi Ike Peters. Na Baigaman, Dina was Ajasko. Echefuo ihe mere anyị arụ mere anyị echefuo ya. Nothing like na ka ihe anyị ga-eme na ka na 2, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people are na cause havoc. Nowhere. Ihe mere anyị. Oh, we will never forget. That is why we are here. In order to we are here genuinely. We are not concerned about money. I'm not here because of money. If it is about money, I will not even enter here because I'm spending. And many of us like that. But there are people that are the mojo, they are there only for money. The Chineke ga-akpọkụ, using people's blood. Eating people's blood. They are the vampires. It's very sad. Honestly, it's very sad. It is time for us to rise up. Britain did not want us alive. I say, when they see you as an Igbo man, it doesn't matter you are in British Parliament, they are not happy. Because the original plan is complete annihilation, genocide of everybody. Because I don't know why they are seeing us as threat. I don't know why. It's because of our natural endowment. The only one. Okay, let me give you an example. According to what is written, the Bible story, Herod that was there, he don't want another king to be born. Just because of a child of maybe a few days old, He could not find. In order to kill him, he gave order that if from 8 years old children be beheaded, be killed. 8 to 0 day old be killed. That is exactly what Britain wants. Because they don't want people. Britain said they don't want another Japan. Because Japan is causing them harm already. If they're exporting, Japan is exporting. Who is Japan? Who is the Asia country that will be exporting? But is one other bad news to them, to the Euro, to the West, is the rise of China. The rise of the dragon. China now is exporting even to themselves, to them, Britain. They commonize technology. They simplified everything to the common man, everybody. Do you hear it? Do you see it? Do you see how things work? Because the Europeans, they don't want to have competitors. Never. That's why you want to come out to prove to them that you're a human being, you can do something, you can, they either manipulate you or they kill you. They either take you to work on their side or they try to kill you. That is the way they are. And I wonder how this type of people will give us a straight road to heaven. We'll go and live with them in heaven. I cannot understand how this grand deception, how this, people that are doing this, now they tell you that St. Matthew, you will live with St. Matthew, St. Charles in heaven. All of us will live very happily. Whereas in this world, look at how they are exploiting us everywhere. English, test of English proficiency, test of English as a foreign language. Before you, no matter this, you from kindergarten in Nigeria, they are teaching you in English. Till primary school, secondary school, tertiary education is English. But when you now want to apply to go to England, they tell you, say your English is not enough. You have to take exam, English exam. And that you pay every Saturday. Millions of Nigerians and Biafrans, they pay. Do you know how much they make only on the TOEFL? Do you know how much they make? Do you know how much they make every Saturday? You don't count on, what about the visa fee? They are exploiting us 360 degrees. They don't want us to breathe. Never. And what they give us free is just Bible. Read, and read and copy it and take heaven. Take heaven. Free heaven. Oh yeah. Okay, it is time for retrospect, for thinking, for reasoning, critical thinking. All these things will make you focus on our struggle, what we are doing. What we are doing is the genuine liberation. Look at what the Burkina Faso president, the young man, what he's suffering, what he's enduring. The same thing goes to Mali. Because they don't want a place. Do you see how they openly sponsored, they are sponsoring jihadism, Islamic terrorists in the Sahel in order to justify their presence. The world is a place of business, for your information. Oh, when you take things like that, the only thing is that work towards your interest, towards our collective interest. That is the thing. There is all these things about religion, but they all are nonsense. It's just, these are tools. Nothing more, but you take it serious. You take them serious. They are using the Islamists. Look at how they are slaughtering their fellow black people in the video. Very disgusting. Boko Haram, the same thing. For them, they are very powerful. They don't know that Brigade, I think Brigade is in Nigeria today. He want to come and explain, he want to inspect the job. How is it going? They will give him reports, first-hand reports. Now, don't worry, we are doing the job. We are in charge. Boko Haram, they are killing. ISWAP is killing. Didn't they kill? Is it today or yesterday in Yobe? How many people? 100 and in Kaduna the same. Everywhere the same thing. They are killing. For those idiots, they thought that they are fighting for Allah. They don't know that they are being used by higher hand to obtain their interests. They are being used by America. They are being used by the West in order to do what? To obtain their interests. Are you hearing me? They tell them, go and mine in Borno, in the gold mine, in California mines. You will bring, now we'll be, we'll be giving you weapon, and you'll be, Allah will be helping you. They will use Allah to twist their brain. The same way when they use Jesus to twist your brain, a naked wire. Now, no brain again. That is the same way they twist the Boko Haram. It's exactly the same thing. All religion, they are the same. They are the same. They twist these idiots. Don't worry, Allah will help you. They don't know that they are using them for business. They give them different types of guns. Guns worth of $200,000. In return, Boko Haram will mine, gather the people, the area they are in control. They gather the Californium worth maybe $5 billion and give to them. And they will praise them that Allah will give you victory. Islamize everybody. Allah will give you victory. The Africa, only one the religious. I'm telling you honestly, I know they even look at your word. I look at you as lower in thinking. Honestly speaking. Yeah, that is the reality. Because you cannot make sense. And what there is no sense, no logic. You can be manipulable. You can be manipulated. Look at how they are manipulating these terrorists to kill their people. In Nigeria, in Niger Republic, in Burkina Faso, in Mali, the same thing. For them, the allies are helping them. They don't know that it's a human being using them to get what they want. This is very sad indeed. This is very sad indeed. When you are irreligious, you are awakened. You are unmanipulable. No, but where will they come to manipulate you? To tell you that, oh, no, don't do. Jesus will not be happy. Shut up. Okay, bono. Oh, no, Muhammad will not be happy. Oh, no, Muhammad, no. That is it. But unfortunately, they are using this. The same way America used the religion in order to fight the Russia from 1969. I used to watch their documentary. When America CIA will come and address, after giving them arms, they will address the Mujahideen. Allah will be with you. Fight, oh, you fight the infidels. I say Americans in video, in documentary, not made up, no, real video. You know, all those things we are declassified a few years back because it's gone. That is how they do. After some years, they will declassify some documents and bring it out to the public domain. You understand? I say Americans now telling the Taliban, the Mujahideen, don't worry, fight. These are the infidels that want to take your land. Allah will fight them with you. Allah will give you victory. Hey, they shout, say Allah Akbar. People are kind of religion. Hey, the CIA, their handlers will go. Leave them to do the dirty job. Do you see? We should be wise. What we preach here is common sense. For you to understand that this world is about manipulation. Anything you can use to manipulate, but for collective interest. The reason why we are running away to go and because there is work in Europe. Why? Because there are factories. They produce. Why are they? Because they are stealing from Africa. They prevent all those factories to be built in Africa. Do you understand now? They don't allow it. Instead, they get raw materials. Now, raw materials and raw materials. Now you are happy as you're in Europe. You video say, "Ah, look, I'm working, I'm being paid fine." But for you to help in order to establish all these things in your hometown, you don't want. Well, are you sensible? Are you sensible? That's why I used to say it. Once you are in this struggle genuinely, in this IPOB, as a genuine IPOB, you don't need no side interest other than the restoration of Biafra. And look at it, you just watch, go to the toilet or in a big mirror, watch yourself, and the time we are small. That time our madam will say, if you pass, he will tell you, clap for yourself. He say, bang, 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 sent. Because you are contributing to the effort of, undoing what they have done to us. For us to have to have our roots, to step on our feet. That is what you are contributing. Are you hearing me? But when you see some Neanderthals, all that matters to them is money. How anything happen, we go to the back and use it to cash out using IPOB's name. To the politicians, they think we don't know. They think we don't know. And the politicians too, they are not morons. They have video evidence, everything. And some of them, they have shown them, say, hey, if you don't do this, I tell you, I will release it. And that's why they are doing dirty jobs, because they have no other option. That's why they want to destroy IPOB through their greed, because they are under influence. They are under some outside influence. Hey, Rigori Piono. So they now show them that, look, if you don't do what we tell you, we will reveal everything, and you will even go to jail. You will be shamed forever. And they have to do it. They have to travel to Europe in order to start, his dirty job. But he's dead on an arrival. IPOB, we are at alert. We are at alert. Therefore, my people, this struggle, I am telling you, I say, if we fail, of which is, I don't see any possibility of failure. If we fail, we are all gone. Nigeria has nothing to offer for us. Do you see it? Nigeria want us in the east to be rotten. That is I ruined. People that wanted us to be all annihilated. What do you think? That's why there is no government. Look at the report. Let me read a bit. Just a report in is it in Soka or any part of or one part of Enugu. We are a Fulani policeman. We are a Fulani policeman. Just because of one other Fulani peasant to go and went and steal in Soka. The place is Alumona, to be precise. Fulani Hesman stole 3 cows from someone who is selling. Come and unfortunately, they catch him. On the process, they took the boy. They took the boy so that he will show them. That is the community people. They caught the boy so that he will show them. I'm reading from the report. To show, kept the boy, kept the cow. Sorry. They took the boy so that he will show them where he kept the cow for them to take it back. The boy, unfortunately, the boy escaped. He ran away from the villagers. You know how our people are handling Fulani as our Kweke now? No, don't hold him. No, he will not run. Don't. But if it's our people, if it's Igbo man, before you know, I'm fuel. When slave is dealing with his fellow slave, utmost wickedness. That is one. It's psychological. When slave is dealing with his own slave, his own fellow slave, maybe he know he's in upper hand. Hey, there you will see wickedness. So that is it. But this one, as a Fulani boy, they will, no, they will not even hold him. They say, "Don't worry, no, we touch you," because they know that all is an egg. Then the Alhaji that is in charge of the Fulani headsman in Nsukka East reported the case to police. The DPO turned the story upside down and said the Eha people killed the Fulani boy because he have escaped and buried him. Do you see? Any northerner they are bringing as police DPO, they gave him precise instruction. You are going to the Onyamini, deal with them precisely. Any slightest chance you have, kill them. Without fear, we'll protect you. That is what they are doing. So the DPO turned the story upside down and said they have people, they killed the Fulani boy and buried him. Immediately, the DPO who was posted not up to a month now and have been treating the community to make life miserable. He have been threatening the community to make life miserable for them. But who is the senator in charge of that area? Even people don't even know that it is their representative that they should talk to him with clamor. But no rule of law, no rule in our land, no presence of government. The whole senators, Igbo senators, they are living in Abuja now. Do they care anything? It's only when election comes, when they want to get votes, now they start coming to share money. And the gullible Neanderthals, they will start collecting. They will be throwing them bags of Indomie. Indomie that causes cancer. You don't know this Indomie. Oh, bag of cancer. You don't know what is causing sicknesses, kidney failure, the liver problems, this and that. You see young men and women dying prematurely because of what you consume. Go and continue eating. Now. What pains me is that when all those sicknesses come, you will go to your man of dog. He will tell you that it is your uncle, it is your family people. The one they do out, they have done you this, and you hate innocent people that didn't do you anything, not knowing that it's what you consume. Onyeza, onyeza, in a rindomi. You eat noodles. You cannot eat natural food. You don't know that natural food is the most organic, most healthy. Akpo, all this line made there, all those things. In area, you see, we are healthy people because we eat healthy food, but they came and corrupt everything. And they put noodles. You put 1 carton of noodles. You don't tell your family. It's in a children. Let them be eating. 1 carton of the cartons of noodles. Very easy to prepare. You are eating poison poisoning yourself little by little. Before you know it, you develop one kind of cancer or the other. That is it. That is it. So this DPO now, he started threatening and arresting the villagers. Even when they saw the boy, they finally saw the boy, and the DPO still doing the same thing. He didn't care. You have a mission. Anyhow, sad DPO, any northern DPO, policeman that is in our land, is there on a mission. All are part of jihadism. You don't know that. The hatred is too much. There is no country where people are, the hatred exists in the people, in the tribes there that can. I never see any place like that can succeed as a country. It's impossible. Britain transferred the hatred of the Igbos to every other tribe in Nigeria. To the extent you see even our own people that claim, some of them that claim they are not Igbos, but they are Igbos. You see the type of things that come out from their mouths. Hatred. But will it stop us? The answer is no. One thing that makes me happy is this: nothing really lasts forever. You understand? Nothing really lasts forever. A time will come, and the people, our people will come. I mean, a time will come Now, people will start understanding that this hatred, it will bounce back on them. I am telling you. A time will come, everything will end. When we will become free. Remember, the same way, when in 1962, between 1962 and 1965, Singapore and Malaysia, they marched together. Malaysians hated the Singaporeans like anything. They hated them. They hated them. Every time is killing, killing, killing. But today, Singapore is even more developed. In 1965, when they were pursued from Malaysia, because they were virtually pursued from Malaysia, and the first Singaporean president after being pursued, he was virtually crying while making the announcement. We have been pursued, we have been sent off for Malaysia. Say, please, now let us lick our wounds. And they took courage. They unleashed their talents. Today, don't you see them? Singapore possesses, I think, #1 passport of the whole world. Among the whole countries of the world, Singaporean passport is #1. Visa free to everywhere. Visa free to everywhere. Don't you see it? Because they are highly developed. Before you live in Singapore, you know now, very costly. They made their country so, and they are proud. Had it been they were in Malaysia, all their problems will be, all Malaysian problems will be them. Blame them. The same way they are blaming Igbos. Give us Biafra. And under some many years, you see many of them coming to seek asylum in our land. That is the reality. And we will accept them. But to show them that, look, it is the world goes round. What they don't want us to do in Nigeria, because they feel that they are discriminating against us. They hate us, so they don't want us to do anything. Now, when we have our Biafra, we will unleash our talent. That is it. That is it. There is something I want to read here before I open the lines. Let me see. Sit at home, insecurity, secessionist agitation, deep FDI thread in Southeast. All this, okay. With a mega 6% foreign direct investment, 6% foreign direct investment inflow going to the Southeast region in the last 4 years. The region's economy may be descending a steep slope faster than its stakeholders want to acknowledge. Yes, the challenge is not unconnected with the growing cases of kidnappings, killings, and sit at home on Mondays, coupled with the unfriendly tax policies of current administrations. Finding showed that numerous challenges, though not peculiar to the region, are responsible for investors' loss of interest in the region. The loss of interest is a policy of Nigeria. Is a policy. Do you know that if you, as a foreigner, if you want to come to Southeast, even to visit as a foreigner, now when you land in Lagos, they will discourage where you want to go. I'm going to Onitsha. No, don't go there. They will kill you. They will discourage you in Lagos. People don't understand what we are suffering. Do you see some Yorubas? They are doing very nasty job against us. They will discourage foreigners. Oh, don't go. Oh, there is a no-go area. Oh, no, it's a jungle. Don't go there. Don't go. They will discourage the person. Now, instead, the person now, if he wants to invest or if he wants to look for an opportunity for investment, he will now look it in their land. That is how they roll. That is how they roll. When you talk about insecurity, let me tell you, the North is #1. The North has wars going on in the North. Do you know that many territories are in the hands of terrorists in the North? Do you know that? But do you know that Igbos are still there, living there, doing their businesses there? They don't care. Do you know that? In Zamfara, Igbos are living there. But some of, I cannot understand this. I cannot understand. Terrorists are everywhere in the north. But people are still going there. Projected, they have an international airport landing over there. In our land, they will tell you that this is the worst place. Oh no, don't put it. You now see that it is a highly crafted policy, an agenda against us. Right from since 1970. They want to make, their intention was to make our land a no-go zone, only for exploitation of our natural resources. Don't you understand that? Don't you understand that? They will tell you no go area is a no go, but you go, you see Shell is there exploiting. You see different types of companies are exploiting gas, marble, gold, coal, iron ore, different types of drilling oil everywhere. But it's a no go area. Don't you see that? That here. There is an agenda. They want to make our land to be a rubbish zone. That is the reason why when Buhari borrowed $22.7 billion from China, which is also one of the things causing, servicing the credit today by the Nigerian government, by Nigerian revenue, national revenue every year. They removed to Southeast from any benefit, from benefiting from what they want to build with that $22.7 billion. But do you know what? They use the crude oil in our land as collateral. That is what we are suffering. We are in a mess. This is why we are everywhere hustling. Do you know that the reason, the number one reason why our land, our people are stable, our people are still making a living, eating food in our land is from us in the diaspora? Do you know that? It's factual now. The money we send there, that is what the number one finance that keeps them going, that keeps the economy. This money you are, this $100, $1,000, $200, $300 you are sending every week, every month, every time. This one called, you send. That is what keeps the money, the finance that keeps our zone mostly going. Do you understand that? So, if you know all these things, why won't you at least be annoyed? I want you to have righteous indignation, where you are, the annoyance you will have will catalyze you into doing something to help the situation. And that is what we are doing. Are you hearing me? They demonize our region, and they are using everything. This thing, let me tell you, this ESN, do not be surprised that Nigerian government has their own people killers. That sometimes they wear ESN. They say, we are here. They can come to a community and say we are ESN, and they commit atrocities. Don't be surprised. Nigeria directly have. They have. Nigeria government has their own killer group because as I said yesterday, what they are doing is just to cause confusion, so that our people will no longer have confidence in what we are doing. Our people will be confused about this Biafra. What is it? Everything. They will kill and say, we are ESN. They will sit at home. They kill. They shoot people. They kill. Many of them are direct Nigerian agents, Nigerian military that take different uniforms, coming out to cover their face and say we are ESN. It's very simple. This is katakata they are causing in our land. It is a policy that has been there to cause everything, because they don't want us to be organized in order to put up a complete fight against Nigeria. I said this yesterday, like what happened in 1967. to 1970. They don't want it again. So that is why they are creating confusions everywhere. Before you know, a machine here, they come from another place. They say we are ESN, we are fighting. Oh, we sit at home, sit at. All these are the things they are using. They are targeting to confuse our people, to turn our people against, so that our people will the Kukuma say, nah, all this confusion, beg, we don't want anything Biafra. Let us continue in Nigeria. That is what they are targeting. Our people, ndị na-anụ olu m, ebe ọbụla ị na-anụ olu m na Biafra land, any part of Biafra land, please understand that this is the target, this is the plan of Nigeria, this is what they are doing. They want to confuse you. They will carry people, criminals go full ground for our land. Government, even military, Nigerian military, they can act like this. Just they remove their uniforms, they carry guns and come to a community, harass them, say sit at home. Before you know, they shoot and burn some houses, kill people, say we are ESN, sit at home, we are maintaining. Just to confuse you. Now you will think that they are real, that they are the real ESN. It is a lie. These are agents. These are Nigerian agents meant to confuse you, to make you hate Biafra restoration. This is a policy. One policy is what they are practicing in this time around. That is what they are practicing. They don't want to go all out war. Because they know that if we organize ourselves and come all out war, that we are not going to, that Nigeria, we are going to pursue them till the north. They know. So what they are doing is causing confusion, causing distractions everywhere, dividing our people. These people, they will use the Kanu family. Come, hey, we are the real IPOB leadership. This one will come this side. This one problem. So we'll be dealing with internal problems without having time to face them. This is a strategy. Let us understand this. This is a strategy. We'll be fighting ourselves, fighting the internal things we are fighting. We will no more have time. And the more they see that the thing is working, the more they are increasing the tempo. Because Nigeria is a government. Are you hearing me? So, remove yourself from criminality. Stop being used. Stop imposing sit at home. There is no sit at home anywhere. Any person that is telling you sit at home 1 month, does he want you alive? Do they want you alive or dead? Is it not only dead Biafra, dead people? Would they see Biafra? Who do they want to rule in Biafra? These people, have you seen them going after the Fulani? Have you seen them committing anything? Going, okay, say, go to Lagos and commit something. Have you seen them? Oh, have you seen them gone to, for example, 82 Division Enugu and taken over, fire the whole military barrack there, fire and take over, said, yes, we are ESN. Have you ever seen them? No. But what you are seeing, they are targeting our people. That is where you know that they are agents. Directly and indirectly. Whether it's from Ekperima, they are all the same. They use them in the same way. Are you hearing me? So we should always be wise. This is where I'm going to end today's program. I will go into just a few minutes break because I have another schedule. And in a few minutes, I'll be right back. Please do not go away.
Was truly integrated, because it is only that Africa that's going to deliver true African liberation, economically, politically, and otherwise. Failure to accomplish that is a defeat for the African people. There were only 7. The majority were the Monrovia group. There were 35. I said, let's kind of hold off on this unity thing. You see, they had tasted a little bit of this superficial, fake independence. Let's kind of go slow. 2024, we're still going slow. The Monrovia group were the majority, they won. We often say, Africa lost in 1963 when the Casablanca group succeeded at thwarting that which the Casablanca wanted. The Monrovia group failed us Year in, year out, the African leaders would meet. The issue of an Africa that spoke with one voice was tabled. And year in and year out, NATO nations were in full force to say to it that the African leaders do not vote for an Africa that spoke with one voice. Not only
Before bed tonight, try this 7-second brain trick to help attract money while you sleep. It comes from
they remain in full force to make sure that Africa never gets to be united. We have failed Africa. Our leadership has failed Africa. Allow me to describe what I call the African tree of life. A tree of life that once upon a time thriving, it gave the most luscious fruits, beautiful flowers. A tree that everybody counted on, a tree that fed the African people. Something happened. The flowers don't bloom as beautiful as they used to be. The branches keep falling off. The leaves are never as green and luscious as they should be. So they, through the media, mainstream media, through the NGOs who come in sheep's clothing, we know they are wolves, through the embassies throughout Africa, they have made you believe that it's your problem. See, these fruits are not doing like they should. It's because it's your problem. Focus on the fruits. Focus on the leaves. Focus on the branches. They don't want you to focus on the root. You see, if you don't address the issues of the root, you will forever be talking about the flowers, the branches, and the leaves of this tree, year in and year out. And that's what we have been taught to believe. On top of that, while they continue to lie to us, while they continue to turn us a shiny object and want us to focus on frivolous things that do not address the root, don't forget, the biggest defeat was the mind. When they made us believe that white was bad, black is bad, you are like the devil, you represent the devil, your color is bad, and you must denounce even yourself. And when you are denouncing yourself, you must praise them. Even though we know very well that their skin is a mutation of the original, which is you. The original DNA. Anybody else that does not look black is a mutation of the original thing. They made you forget that. They made you forget that. So you see, they set the stage. They've been lying to us for years, for centuries. They even taught you to hate yourself. So let's go to the bottom, to the root of why the African tree is ailing. They started with the mind. And until you realize that as a black person, you're suffering from the legacy of colonization, until you realize as a black person, you're suffering from the legacy of slavery, nothing, and I mean nothing you do is going in feathers of humanity. One who must stand on top of the tallest mountain and proclaim to the world who you are. Why are you failing to do so? Because you've been put asleep. You have been lied to. And it is only you who can make that change. It is only you who can look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. I am the mother of humanity. I am the father of humanity. What will it take, my brothers and sisters, for you to understand that basic fact? And until you do, your ability to change Africa is going to fail. Tell me why. That we are all very much aware that the World Bank and IMF are using the rating agencies. I'm now talking about the issues of the root. They're using rating agencies.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 3rd day of September 2024. Therefore, our lines are now opened. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 and 547. You can call us and give us your view. We must continue preaching this gospel, because if we are going and you never reach home, do you know that you continue moving? Just tell me, why is it that if you are, just imagine you are going home from a far place, you see good mansions, you see good houses, but you never reach home. And where you are going is one village, your humble home. You cannot enter because it's not yours. You continue going until you reach your home. That is what we are doing. We will continue preaching this gospel, enlightening ourselves of the issue. We must continue enlightening ourselves, continue preaching the gospel of emancipation until victory is ours, until we become, many of us becomes enlightened. That is it. Are you hearing me? Until many of us become enlightened. That is when we can make a genuine change. When we can enlighten ourselves. I mean, when most of us becomes enlightened. Are you hearing me? Otherwise, without it, we will restore a quagmire. Change starts from our mentality. You can call now. You can call now and give us your view, please. You can call now and give us your view concerning the issue treated, because I have just few minutes. What we are, or we pass through, and we are passing through, it is abnormal, and we have to treat it in an abnormal way. It is only a stupid son that does not care what killed his father. And if you do not care what killed your father, honestly speaking, what killed your father will kill you. We don't want what killed our father to kill us. That is why we are enlightening ourselves, making expositions of all this, so that we arm ourselves. The best arm is what? Information. We arm ourselves with information. Are you hearing me? So that we become wise. That is it. I have callers that are lining up now. Let me see. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Call on direct line. No, it's gone. Let me see. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Call on signal.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
Call on WhatsApp, please. Hold on. Call on WhatsApp. Call on signal. Mazi, continue. Mazi, continue, please.
All right, Mazi Jonathan. Mazi Jonathan, good evening.
Hello.
And I greet our HODs. Mazi Jonathan, my name is Mazi Fine. Mazi, fine calling from his location. Mazi Jonathan, I hear your topic this night. Mazi is very, very sad. What our people passed through during the 1967 to 1970. Our children was starved and all of them was killed by Britain. Mazi is very, very sad. Look at these journalists that came to, take a record of what happened during 1967 to 1970. He recorded everything. How Britain killed our people. Just a little child that did never know anything about war. Those children that was killed by Britain don't know what is war. They have no idea about war. But Britain, because of the jealousy and the hatred they have in us, then decided to eliminate all of us. Now it's very, very sad. But one thing is certain, that the Biafra we are pursuing under the HOD leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never be a business, family business. We can never allow it to be a family business, whether their siblings like it or not. Because IPOB is not a family business. Whether they like it or not, if they like, let them go to heaven and come down. And as you said it, that's how it be. If our leader comes out and think otherwise, Mazi, we will resist it with any alacrity. We must resist it, because the people that die, they not die because of their family. People die because of they want to freedom. Because of they want freedom, that's why people die. And that is why we can never allow anybody to toil or mess up this struggle. Mazi, you see, even during the war, see all the whole churches supposed to at least raise alarm and agitate. But you see how they are keeping quiet. Even up to now, Mazi, see, just see how they massacre about 150 people. The so-called Christendom did not make any noise. All of them is quiet. 150 people was massacred by these terrorists called jihadists. But none of the Christians that shows or make any move that shows that yes, people that they was killed is the Christians, followers of them too. They say us everywhere. Even I don't know how to put it. People was quiet. They massacre 150 people just like that. Mazi, in fact, and also support ESM, because without ESM, by now every Dick and Tomu in this Biafra land will be at Rome. Mazi, may God bless them, because they are doing a wonderful work, and we stand by. We are on ground. No matter what will happen, we can never allow Fulani, and the Biafra must come, whether they like it or not. We are not fearing any bagger.
There were, of course.
We are on ground watching them, and we must achieve our aim. Mazi, whether if I finish talking and I did not talk again, I'm okay. I must fight for Biafra, for the sake of those children that was killed by Britain. Mazi, we are not going back. May God bless you, Mazi.
There were.
God bless you, Mazi. Good night from here.
There were.
We are not going back.
You see, there were. Caller on direct line. I think it's Mazi Chuku. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Let me see. Mazi Chuku, can you hear me? Just hold on, hold on. Let me see whether it's a wire. I don't know. Mazi Chuku, can you hear me? No. Why? Let me see whether it's off. We must continue what we are doing. Let me check. No, it's off. Now, caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on
Hello?
WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mas Jonathan, good evening.
Ndewo Mazi.
Good evening, sir.
Udo dịrị.
Mas Jonathan, ọ na-ewute m so much na ihe ndị na-akọwa ọ na-agba m anya mmiri. Ịghọtala, ọ na-agba m anya mmiri nke ukwuu, mana m chọrọ ikwu ọ na-ewute m na ndị Igbo anyị achọghị ịmata ihe nọ n'ime ihe meganụ na this country anyị nọ n'ime ya. Because ile anya na this thing, ị ga-achọpụta that na many things emeela anyị ka na-emekwa anyị up to this age, and nke na-ewute m that people don't want to know. People achọghị mata. So achọrọ m ka ị na-aga n'ihu, ma Jonathan, anyị na-ege gị ntị. We are listening to you, we are learning, and after this we all celebrate. Thank you, sir.
Ndewo Mazi.
Thank you, sir. Yes. Anọ m na eshi m na abana onye first time mekpọ gị, and I'm very very happy with my friends here. Anyị niile nọ na-ege gị every night. Anyị na-agbaji na-ege gị every night. We always listen to you. We always listen to your preachings and your words. Thank you, sir.
Udo dịrị gị. Ndewo. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp too. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello.
Yes. Mazi, can you hear me? Go on.
Mazi Jonathan.
Udo dịrị gị.
Udo Chukwu Kabia Madere Ohamadike, our Reverend Father Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Udo Chukwu Kabia Madere DOS Nine, radio presenter Nine. Mazi our Reverend Father Mazi Jonathan. Chukwu Kabia Mazovagin, where you gave me Mazi. Mazi Rotana Neku, esim from Biafran land were ekwu. Biko Mazi amanko sidere Mazi anom na bem nege program Mazi mkankina abụọ m obi ise na ụmụazị 5 years 6 years 7 years ijiji a na-atagbu Mazi taghị mụ anwụ ebe m nọ njasị na ka ezi maka ụmụ m degodo ụmụazị m mụtụziri ana m abụ Mazi ewe n'iwe ka anyị tụgodo obere example because ejigodo na-erizi na ndụ m na-asị digodo ụmụazị m sometimes anyị ga-abụ nnọdịgodo a na-esi nri ga-adịgodo n'ọkụ ụmụazị a na-ejepụrụzi ụmụazị bụrụ ọnụ 2 days 3 days.
Enwere onye na-take care of them, thousands of them. Ndị nwụrụ anwụ nọ dị iji ha na-eru ndụ.
Maazị
ihe mere anyị
ihe maazị nsị Chineke ijiji a na-atọbụ nigodo ụmụazị m mụtagoro na-enenegodo na-asị Chineke gezi n'igodo Chukwu ka ụda afọ ka ụda ụwa anyị dara ya ewe ndị anyị dubi ụwa maazị ewe ndị anyị dubi ụwa maazị ewe ndị anyị so na-azụ akpụrụ anyị n'aka. So maazị biko ihe nse ka ntị ịtụ biko maazị ka m gwakwa ụmụ ụwa ewere obere abụ m chọrọ ịbụrụ ndị IPOB ka m wee gwakwa ndị ụwa ihe mbụ biko unu emepela ya maazị biko ka hapụ agara otu a ifufe abịago n'ụwa na ndụ ụwa amataghị n'ọbụ ife ife abịago n'ụwa na ndụ ụwa amataghị n'ọbụ ife Nnamdi bụ ife nke ewere n'ụwa Afrịka amataghị n'ọbụ ife ife abịago n'ụwa ndụ ụwa amataghị n'ọbụ ife IPOB ife nke ewere n'ụwa malami ịmataghị n'ọbụ ife ife abịago n'ụwa ndụ ụwa amataghị n'ọbụ ife. Maazị unu bụ ife maazị unu akwụsịkwana maazị Jonathan mana mụ na ndị mmadụ na-akwadozi ịdụ aka n'ọnụ mana IPOB atọ otu gị ị na-agwa people si ha maazị jegodo redio Biafra ị na-achọ solution ijego na missionary journey jee ebe dibịa jee ihe niile abụ scam chọgodo redio Biafra ka awụcha gị isi na ihe na-eme gị si n'ụbụrụ gị people a na-agbagharị ihe na-eme anyị si anyị n'ụtọrọ maazị nneregide ndị mmadụ ya ihe maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-asị na ụmụ okoko nsị kezi na ebe anyị na-awụ wee jee ị na-ayọ ndị mmadụ jegodo redio IPOB community radio ụtọrọ ka ịbịaba ka ifu ihe na-eme gị siri ihe na-eme gị dịgo n'ụkwụ ya na-achọ ya maazị pepụrụ ada aghọta maazị jisi na ike unu akwụsịkwa na abịkọsị unu kwụsịkwa ya maazị
no nwere ngwa ka ekwene ya maazị ọkụkọ hapụ kwọmkwọm ka otu ọ ga-esi zọọ
nọ na Biafran land maazị biko maazị ewe obere nchọ ka m complain o ewekwenye iwe ndị DOS nebela na ya biko leju anyị ekwu ebe
ọrụ na-aga on
confirm because people na-adapụzi n'okwukwe people na-akwadozi ịdapụ n'okwu a na-asị kezi ebe na ya because ọ IPOB bụrụ na ewezi ndị na-adị egewuzi redio Biafra ha na-eji stọp maazị ma n'ime aka masọm ndị jọbụ na-asa ha wee ndidi na
ọ ga-alọghachi sones
ana m ebuzi ọnụ ego data maka m anụrụ onu gị maazị adị m anọkwatawa isi m ada anọ biko gaa n'iru biko unu akwụsịkwa na-agaba n'iru anyị na-aga biko udochukwu kada mata eru unu biko dere maazị Nnamdi Kanu oji ga-eme anyị emego anyị emere anyị mgbe emere anyị wezi ya ga-emezi anyị ọzọ maazị
ndewo thank you very much ndewo we must continue ọkụkọ hapụ kwọmkwọm ka ihe ọ ga-eji zuzie ụmụ ka otu anyị ga-esi kwụsịzie mba call on direct line Mazi Chukwu, can you hear me now? Mazi Chukwu, yeah, can you hear me? Go on, please.
My name is Chukwu Mano, and I'm speaking from my location.
Mazi, will it all look now?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mark Jonathan, as always. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who made this platform to expose so many things that was hidden under the roof of heaven. I greet you once again. Yes, this evening, I want to start from the brothers of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I listened very careful during the last broadcast of Mazi Chinedu about what happened. The one they called Kanu, after the DSS locked him up for some time, and they released him, and they sent him outside to Europe to go and deceive those that they can deceive. I think it is a time the IPOB will officially announce that Kanu and Emmanuel Kanu and their group is not IPOB. Whatever they did for anybody is for the person's risk. Because from the beginning, I started to listen to Radio Biafra for over 10 years. I don't think all the years I listened to Radio Biafra during Nnamdi Kanu, there was a time we said that Radio Biafra is family business. We can never say it. So, let us make sure we find a way to pass information to our leader to tell him that IPOB stand very, very tough for him to the last checking point. We are with him and let him know that Kanu are Kanu and the man Kanu is his enemy. These people tried our leader with money and they cannot succeed this evil country, Nigeria. And they revive. You go to Kanu and his junior brother, using them to penetrate our leader. And that is why when they say that they allow the family member to come and meet our leader in GSS, that was the arrangement. To use these idiots, these criminals, to destroy our leader. Our leader needs information from time to time. Very important. Let me say it again. Ndị Igbo si akwụ mbụ n'ogwo, akwụ ebo n'ogwo, ọwụ ogwe ka a pịrị akwụ. Ndị Bekee si first be fool, no be fool, second fool, na proper foolish. When Ojukwu is alive, 1966-67, when the war started, Ojukwu do his best to fight with the hand almost. If Biafra has weapons, who is Nigeria then? But because there's no weapon. That is why we were where we are during that time. Biafra reached Ore, heading to Jabode, according to Radio Biafra there. Before this evil man we call Obasanjo, they used money and infiltrated the Biafra soldiers. Ifajuna was there and others. And that is where the problem started. From there, they run down the whole thing goes down to nature and all of that. Ojukwu, apart from using his father's money to fight for Biafra, Ojukwu go to war face to face from time to time. Ojukwu go to war to fight Nigerian soldiers. Any sector that is very tough, Ojukwu will go with his group, and the Nigerian soldier will push back. After that, what will happen come to happen. Now, it is our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Our leader has given everything he has to our people. And some people are still working very hard to be Nigeria. It is very, very bad. I have to encourage our people to work hard to make sure we resist Kanu and his group. Since they are in Europe, trying to see that they will do their devilish work. Let the information pass to all the IPOB all over the whole world. Anywhere they see these evil people, let them fight them by all means. Because we cannot miss this opportunity again. We cannot miss this opportunity again. You have seen what is going on. What Yoruba is doing to make sure they suppress our people by all means. There is no need anybody by this time thinking of going back for any reason. Obasanjo is the worst enemy we have in Igbo land. Last time there was a clip, Obasanjo was mocking Igbo people that he will have fight with Igbo people, use Igbo people to fight Igbo people. Is it not a shame that he use Igbo people and fight Igbo people and bring them back to Nigeria? That means if you watch very well what is going on, everything that is going on now, Obasanjo is supervising everything, including this evil man we call Simon Ekpa in Finland. Obasanjo is involved with that devil. Obasanjo, the most wicked, evil black man existing on Africa, will one day die like Harold Wilson and Queen Elizabeth in England. He will one day die and follow them. Obasanjo have done more harm than good in Africa, particularly in Nigeria. Obasanjo is not supposed to come to Igbo land for any reason, but he's doing it with impunity. One day, if it's not more than one day, Obasanjo will disappear. Africa will open their eyes and see the light that Chukwu have given them to exist here on earth. But because of somebody like Obasanjo and some of them in Africa, they make Africa to be beggars all over the whole world. Forgetting that this life is a stage. You can call, as you hear now today, what do we do so that we remember when you die is to do the good thing for your people. So that when you left, people will remember you in a good thing, not for evil. Thank you, Jonathan.
There we go.
I did everybody
there we Mazi. There we
who are working hard
Thank you.
to make sure we resist this evil entity called Nigeria. Chukwu Abiyama will be our strength. Thank you and God bless you.
There we go. Caller on signal, you'll be the last caller. Mazi Madabuchi. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
There
Yes,
we
my
go.
brother.
You are the last caller, please. Make it as.
Thank
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you for picking my call and when GCK. You see, it is a pity, like you said, that after the war, our people behaved like there wasn't any genocide on us. You know, one of the logics of people like Steve Jobs, John Lennon, Dr. Kanu, etc., you know, to give or return their awards and honor back to the crown of England, is the fact that all these countries that supported the genocide, chief of whom was Britain, was also called the Christian countries. That makes any thinking person to ask, which God and of Jesus Christ
those who supported and or participated in that wickedness were worshipping. It is a historical fact that the genocidal war on Biafra, albeit inconvenient fact, was the Third World War. For most countries supported the genocide on Biafra in cash or in kind. Some countries claimed neutrality. You know, our people say that anybody who keeps silence is in agreement. Leonard Krishna of Messiah Sans Frontier, that is Medicine Without Borders, said that you cannot claim neutrality in a case of genocide that was, happening in Biafra. In Nigeria today, there are many, what we call psychological operations going on in order to blind the populace. They have the one they call BB Niger, and they have Miss Universe. As people are getting out of that one, they carry a Amaka Saga boot. People must know that Bayer or Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, and Abike Dabiri, these people and Tinubu government, they are already on campaign mode for 2027. And their goal, their strategy is to knock the head of Ndi Igbo and Ndi Bini and Ndi Yoruba, so that the mass support that P2B had in 2023 in the West, in the Middle West, and in the East will be destroyed. That is not our concern. What we want is Biafra, but I want our people to know what is going on. Again, and as you said, there were, is it 56 people killed in Kaduna, 126 killed in is it in, what do you call it, Benue Plateau, and 150 something killed in Yobe and Sokoto. As we are talking now, ISWAP are trooping into Nigeria through Benin Republic, through Niger Republic, and through Chadian borders. In the hundreds of thousands. They are even making open air meeting with the people, promising them that they will do to them all the things that the Nigerian government are not doing for them now. They want to carve out Islamic State. That is fine for them. But the Nigerian government, Nigerian media, and officials will not tell Nigerians the truth about the abysmal security situation in the country. What they do is engineering psychological operations and hysteria against the Igbos, saying Igbos are bad and ugly, Igbos this, Igbos that, while the country is being taken by a foreign fighting force. Only God knows who organized them. But what I tell Biafrans, crying, will not help us. What will help us is to support our leadership, the Directorate of State, DOS, support the Eastern Security Network, join IPOB. Don't let our detractors succeed in setting our people's mind against what we are doing, because they know that our retention will come through IPOB and Directorate of State. And they must not succeed. We must get even, not get angry or get sad. God bless Biafra. Thank you, my brother. Good night.
Well, thank you very much, my brother, for being precise. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, what we are doing here is to create awareness, to enlighten ourselves on the situation we are in. As a people, we deserve better. I want you to check the situation we are in. We deserve better. We deserve better life. But the situation, the ugly situation that all of us are living in our land, is not an act of God. It's programmed by human being. That is why through human being too, through human acts, it should be removed. It's not something you remove through prayer. No. Because it didn't come through prayer. It's something, a policy, a human policy being inflicted on us. That is why we implore each and every one of us to join, support what we are doing. What we are doing, it is just. It is right. It is the right thing to do. We have suffered enough. We are the only people that suffered genocide that is now, for now, buried under the carpet. Genocide of that amplitude, where millions of us were killed. Millions of our brothers and sisters were killed. Our fathers, our people were killed by starvation. I asked before, have you ever suffered hunger for 2 days? Not maybe you are fasting. Because if you are fasting, there is food. You have hope that, you are going to close by 6 p.m. There is food there. No. You are not fasting, but no food. No food. Nothing to eat. For 1 day, 2 days, you are enduring hunger. Imagine somebody enduring hunger, nothing to eat, until that hunger will kill the person. Do you know what it means? Do you know the agony the children passed? As our brother Lotanna said, imagine your little children. If they are hungry, they cry, Papa, food, and you must provide food. Papa, Mama, you must provide. There must be food. But imagine where the children are left alone to fend for themselves, nothing. They don't even know how to shit and clean their ass. They are there in their thousands. This particular one is the one the man saw, just particular place. That is what existed for several places in Biafra land as of that time. When Nigerian forces enter any Biafran territory, people will come out to welcome them, our people. They will line them up and massacre them. Genocides everywhere. Hunger, through bullet bombs. The Egyptian pilots will just be throwing bombs virtually in the market and in hospitals. Wherever they see people gather, is an order given to them. They went against the rules of war. I say the rules of war. Don't you see even the war in Gaza? Sometimes they agree and say, okay, safe corridor for people to go and come out, for food to enter. But in our own, they did everything against the rule of war. No, rule of war. They committed the genocide. Britain did it. There is a way they transfer the hatred of Igbos that is still agonizing Nigerians today. We must continue. If we stop what we are doing, we are all gone, and we shall never stop. Biafra remains our ideology. Biafra remains who we are. Biafra remains our religion. Therefore, we must continue until victory is assured. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.